Okay, good afternoon. Today we are interviewing PINNY SCHACHTER, and let's start off with a song.
With a what?
Song.
With a song?
Yeah.
I should have brought my guitar.
No, I playing.
Oh, you're gonna play a song.
Yeah. How long did it take to make that?
How long did it take to make it? The song probably took probably 2-3 hours of actually recording, and maybe 4 or 5 hours of playing around with, what piano sound we wanted, and what chords we wanted to play. Maybe like 8, maybe like 7 hours of total work.
Where do you grow up and where do you live now?
I grew up in Baltimore, Maryland. And right now I'm in between Baltimore and Muncie, New York. And I've been in Muncie for about a month and a half, taking it day by day, enjoying my time here. And I'm deciding currently whether I want to go back to Baltimore or whether I want to go somewhere else, and I'm not sure yet.
Where do you go for elementary school?
I went to TA in Baltimore, Talmudical Academy, from preschool all the way until I was to the end of 10th grade, so all the way through. And then I went to Dallas Chofetz Chaim, Texas Torah Institute, for about 8 months. Then I left there before Pesach, went to Waterbury, and spent a absolutely wonderful and transformative year and couple months in Waterbury.
Where did you go for high school?
Oh, so that was high school. So high school was 9th and 10th grade TA. So I stayed in TA from preschool till 10th grade. 11th grade, I went to Dallas Chofetz Chaim, and then 12th grade and a little bit of 11th grade at the end there in Waterbury.
Where do you go for base medrash or do you go to college?
So I went to Israel for my first year in yeshiva to Medr Shmuel, which is in Rehavia in Yerushalayim. Then I went back to America and I did some yeshiva college for a year. Then I went back to Israel to Shmuel Brazil's yeshiva, and then later on, back in America, I did an online program to get my bachelor's.
Oh. What did you do after college?
That's a very good question. I spent time in different cities trying to find a place that I would want to live. So I spent time in Florida, spent time in Muncie. I actually moved to Muncie, and I did different jobs along the way. Worked at a pizza store. I worked in real estate. I was a teacher. Many different things. I also started doing music professionally. So started playing at chuppahs and weddings and opening concerts and kumsitzes, things like that.
At what age did you start singing?
I was always singing. My family, the table, the Shabbos table, Yatzis table was always really beautiful. A lot of singing. But I picked up the guitar when I was 14. And I think that was when I really started, really started singing, writing my own music. And I think that's really when that started.
How many albums do you have out now?
I made one full album with Rabbi Ben-Zion Klatzko. It's called Shabbat.com Volume 1. And then I probably have and then I put out another album, my own album called The Imperfection Sessions, which I recorded all of it on my iPhone. And then I have around 10 other singles that I've put out over the years.
What is your favorite song of all of your singles or albums?
It's a good question. Well, I have 50 or 60 songs that are not released, but out of all the songs on Spotify, what is my favorite one? Well, there's two. One of them is called Don't Let Go, and another one is called 8 Nights, which I wrote for Hanukkah. Those I would say, my two favorite ones that are up there.
What do you do when you're not singing?
What do I do when I'm not singing? I do a lot of yoga and a lot of meditation, breath work, and I love to hike. I love to play sports, volleyball, basketball. I like traveling, going to see different countries, different cities, meet different people. I love drinking coffee.
Who did you get inspired by to start singing?
Good question. A few different artists. John Mayer. He's a secular singer, guitar player, songwriter, and he's incredible. And I found him when I was 14, and I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. And I think that he really inspired my own personal journey through music, probably more than anybody.
Wow. Um, are you coming out with a new song or album?
I hope to be. I don't know when. I don't know if it'll be shortly or in a little while, but I'm hoping to.
Um, at what age did you start performing live?
First concert I did, I was 15, or 14. Can't remember. So yeah, 14 or 15 started performing. It was a couple performances up until around 17, 18. So maybe like four performances. And then after that, it started taking off more.
Who did you sing with and who did you perform with?
Um, I've sung with A.B. Rottenberg. That was very cool. I got to sing with Zusha. I got to sing with the Moshav band. I got to sing with C. Lansbaum. I've got to sing with Nissan Black and God Elbaz. And who else? Laser Lloyd. Rafi Fulcher. And some other people. But yeah.
Do you have let's talk after.
Say again?
Let's talk after the interview. I would like to get the phone numbers if
Also,
possible.
Naftali Blumenthal, who you had on this.
Yeah. How do you come up with your songs?
Songs come from inside the person. And if I can get in touch with my heart and I can just let my mind be free, and I open my mouth and my inner self comes out. And it comes out in a melody, and there are words attached to that melody. So most of the time, I'm playing guitar or piano, and that's the background. And then I just sing what I'm feeling, singing what's going on in my life.
Wow,
I think everyone can do it. I think everyone can do it.
That is heavy. Yeah. Do you have any funny stories that happened to you traveling to a show or a wedding?
Traveling to where?
A show or a wedding?
I'm sure there is. Give me a moment. Let me think. Hold on. I can't think of any right now. Although before a chuppah in Brooklyn, I realized that my guitar, the batteries in the guitar had died. So when you plug it in and it plays through the sound system, so there are batteries in the guitar, and they were dead. And it was like 7 minutes before the chuppah, and I just ran out of the chuppah hall in my suit, and I'm running down the street to try to find a gas station or a bodega to buy batteries, and I had no idea where I'm going. And thank God, like a minute down the road, I found a gas station. I was able to buy the batteries, run back in all sweaty, put them in the guitar, and start the chuppah. So it was not like a crazy funny story, but it was pretty wild. I was like, yeah.
That is my next question. Do you have any funny stories that happened to you by a show or a wedding? Yeah, that is it.
Yeah. I had
Um,
another story. I was opening for a Moshav band, and I love them. I love their songs, and I asked them before the show if I could come up on stage and sing with them, and they said sure. And I was so excited. And then after my set, they went on, and I ended up having a conversation with somebody outside of the building, and I got into a really deep conversation with them. And then somebody runs out of the door and says, "Penny, they called you on the stage." And I was like, "No, no, dang it!" And I ran inside, and I like just missed it. They had finished the song, and then it happened again, like a year later. Same thing. Open for Moshav Band. I asked him, "Can I sing a song?" I ended up in a conversation outside. Somebody runs out, "Penny, they called you up." So that time I actually ran back in and I got on the stage for like the last 2 minutes of the song, but it was very funny.
yeah. What words of inspiration do you have for the road?
Trust your heart. Listen to your heart. It's the most beautiful thing you have. It it's what you are. It's what you want. It's what you need. It's what you love. And this thing can get in the way. There's so many voices and it can get so loud. Everybody else's voice is telling you what to do and everything you've heard, but this thing right here, this beautiful heart, sometimes just close your eyes and get in touch with this. It'll never steer you wrong.
Wow. Thank you for letting me interview you and thank you for coming on.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. This was so nice.
Let's talk after.
Okie dokie.